Hello. Well, welcome back to the Nottingham Buddhist Centre. So this is the final one of these from me this year. So there'll be one more from Rachel and Richard on Tuesday next week, and then that's us for the remains of 2020. We've also got a bit of news for you about these sessions. So we're actually going to be changing the format quite a lot come in the new year. I might say this again at the end. So what we really want to make a space for is for more interaction with people. So we're going to move the session onto Zoom. I'm going to start with one session on Friday lunchtimes. So there'll be we'll make the sort of Zoom link available to you, and that just means that you can join with your video off if you just want to watch, but there'll be much more space there to talk with us and to get feedback or ask questions, or whether that's about Buddhism or anything else really, that Buddhist Center related, or meditation or Buddhism. So we're quite excited about that prospect. Really, it's one of the things that was so lovely about the drop-in sessions when they were happening at the centre physically was being able to get a sense of where people were and what they needed from talking with them, and just sort of seeing them in the space together. So we're really hoping that we can recreate some of that on Zoom by making that space available. That will begin on the let me look up the date, on Friday the 16th, Friday the 15th, I believe, is our first session of that. So so there's the sessions on Tuesday, and then we'll be gone for 2 weeks before we restart. So very exciting. Hope you can join us then. Which means this is the sort of a bit of an end of an era in some ways. It's been quite an experience doing these every week throughout this year. It's felt like quite a lifeline for me, actually, just to have this regular space where I sit down and talk about some of the practices that kind of most embody what I think is most fundamentally important in life, in a way. So it's felt like quite a privilege just to have this space with whoever's been watching me, sitting with me. So thank you very much if you've been here and shared that with me throughout any part of this year. And I hope 2021 is another year of spiritual growth, regardless of what the outside circumstances may be. Although I hope they also improve. And perhaps later in the year we'll also be able to welcome you back. We have got plans in place now for when it becomes possible through the guidance, the government issues. So perhaps that's enough from me on that topic anyway. So we'll be doing the mindfulness of breathing today, in keeping with sort of ending the year. I think we'll just do it in the traditional way. It's the time of traditional activities. So it'll be the usual 4 stages of the mindfulness of breathing, starting with 2 stages of counting, letting go of that in the 3rd stage, and then the 4th stage, concentrating on the first point where we feel the air enter. I think I'm just going to try and really enjoy it, basically. I can definitely feel the energy sort of descending as we come into the festive season, but just sort of not trying too hard necessarily, just appreciating the space to be without any particular expectations, just enjoying the kind of relaxing quality that this meditation has. If we're a bit sleepy, we're a bit sleepy. I think that's fine. So without any further ado, if you want to set yourself up for meditation, just get yourself positioned whatever way you need. Closing the eyes, resting them in an empty space in front of you. Have a brief body scan. So just moving quickly through different parts of the body, taking in the head, softening where we find tension, back down into the neck and the shoulders, letting them go, flowing down the arms, taking in the joints, the limbs, all the way down even into the fingers, and back to the chest, the upper back, again softening, allowing the body to expand, letting go of the ways we contract, restrict ourselves. Down into the belly, the lower back. Same again there, allowing the breath to expand into the available space. Down to the groin and the pelvis. Down into the legs, thighs, knees, calves, ankles and shins. And coming back to a broad awareness of the whole body. We've really started to set a foundation for the coming practice. And whatever we've encountered, whether we're feeling a bit stressed, whether our energy is low or high, perhaps we're preoccupied by thinking about pleasant things which are coming up. Whatever's there and however that's impacting the body, just going to rest into an awareness of our present experience. And bring that with us as we move into the mindfulness of breathing. In the first stage, tuning into the breath, breathing in, breathing out, counting 1 as we breathe out, counting 2 as next time we breathe out, 1 number at a time, all the way up to 10 and then starting again. There's no need to hurry towards 10. No need to be hard on ourselves if we don't reach it. It's a soothing, calming activity. Concentrating the mind, but not competitive. As if we were idly skimming stones on still water. Just allowing ourselves to become absorbed in the activity for what it is. It's for the pleasure of seeing what happens. Coming back each time we notice we've wandered, taking up the breath, taking up the numbers again. And as thoughts appear, just letting them go. Again, we don't need to get caught up in them, not even in judgment or an attempt to bring them to some kind of resolution. Just let them go like smoke. Moving into the second stage. So we're still counting, this time before the in-breath. Counting 1, breathing in, breathing out. Counting 2, breathing in, breathing out. Just noticing how that change in emphasis changes our experience of the breath. Just seeing if we can enjoy the simplicity. Nothing more to do in this time than that simple task. And no goal except to savor the air over those 10 breaths. Coming back each time we wander off, gathering more of ourselves together each time we do. Moving into the third stage, letting go of the numbers, staying with the breath. Just allowing ourselves to become absorbed as we can. And again, if our energy is a bit low, don't need to fight that too much. Perhaps just enjoying the calming quality of this practice, particularly at this time of year. Appreciating our ability to calm ourselves using nothing more than our breath, which is always there. Still coming back each time we've wandered. Seeing if we can find some more interest in the breath. Looking for that soothing quality. Looking for its ability to concentrate and calm. Sense of flow, kind of groove that takes us deeper. And being patient with ourselves if that's not happening. Moving into the fourth stage. Starting to draw our awareness to that part of the body where we first feel the air enter. Perhaps that's the tip of the nose, top lip. Perhaps the breath seems to start at the back of the throat even. And the movement begins deeper down. Trying to meet the experience openly as it is now. Open to wherever it might lead. A sense of the breath changing. We can use the breath to soften if tension is built up anywhere. If we feel that we're forcing the concentration, we can relax back into that broad awareness of the body. Until the sensations in that single point just draw us in. And still working with distraction, confident that that is at the heart of the practice. And even though we're concentrating on one point, we don't need to block out the rest of our experience. The breath is still there in the rest of the body. You've just been drawn into a deeper awareness of one aspect of it. And letting the intention to stay with the breath go. Coming back to a broad awareness of the body. Noting any changes or any deeper awareness of what was going on that may have arisen over the course of the practice. Even if what's come up has been challenging, we can still congratulate ourselves on having made this space, having acted on the intention to stay with our experience. And we can be confident that good things will come of that in time. Taking a few final moments just to sit without any intention at all. Whatever else is to come today, in the days ahead, this for now is enough. And in a moment I'm going to ring the bell. And after I do that, you can open your eyes and draw the meditation to a close. Okay. Well, thank you very much for sitting with me. And I hope you have a good sort of festive period. Very close to the darkest period of the year now. It's always feels good to be on the other side of it. Yeah, so just to sort of repeat a bit of what I said at the beginning. So this is the last of the Friday sessions for the remains of this year. There is another, the guided meditations will be happening on Tuesday next week, and then we're off until I need to look it up again, until it's the third Friday of the new year, the 15th. We'll be returning on the 15th. So yeah, brand new format in the new year. We're going to consolidate sort of our energies on the Friday session, and that's going to be this Friday session will then be on Zoom, so there'll be much more space to sit together and to communicate if you want to, although if you don't want to, that's fine. You can just have your camera and your sound off, and no one will force you to do anything. But yeah, if you do have questions or or just want to have more of a sense of being meditating with people, that's what the sort of Zoom sessions are intended to do. So we're going to be experimenting with that in the new year. So please come and join us for that. Yeah, and yeah, so it does feel like a bit of a milestone that this sort of last one. I think I've since we started in March sometime, I think I've missed maybe 2 or 3 sessions. But I've done at least one class every week since then. So the story of 2020 is sort of, for me at least, mapped out over these sessions. Uh, yeah, yeah, and it's been really important to me to be able to just sit and talk like this about, yeah, such supportive practices, and just remind myself of what I think is most important in the world, really. Um, yeah, yeah, and it's a real privilege to have people who've been sitting with me to do that. So yeah, really the I'm getting emotional. Yeah, from the bottom of my heart, thank you for any time that you've spent with me this year. Yeah, and I really hope that I really hope that next year is a good one for all of you. Okay, that was unexpected. Um, yeah, so thank you again. And if you do want to contribute to the centre financially, you can find a link below. Otherwise, I wish you, yeah, the very best of luck for the new year, and a very very enjoyable festive season. Yeah, see you soon. How will we give out the Zoom meeting ID? There will be emails. If you're on our mailing list, there will be emails about it fairly soon. It might be next week. It will also be listed on the website as well. It will go in our calendar. Yeah, yeah. Thank you, Sylvia. Um, yeah, I think it'd be really nice. Yeah, so don't worry. The Zoom link will be easy to find. Yeah, there'll be yeah, it will be on the website calendar quite soon. And if you're on the mailing list, there'll be emails about that. Thank you for asking that question. Actually, that's a good point. Just got to wait to see if there's any response to that. There's a bit of a delay between me talking and it being broadcast. Okay. All right. Well, perhaps we'll leave it at that then. Yeah. If you have any questions about anything I've mentioned or anything else that's happening in the centre, then yeah, do drop us an email or contact us on social media, and we'll be in touch. You're very welcome. Thank you. Yeah, great. Okay. Thanks a lot. Goodbye.